I'm back. Super emotional right now. Man, I didn't see today going this way. But I don't really see a lot of things. Huh. It's a crazy day today. And everything's just starting to make sense. Man, it's like I already knew. I already knew everything. As far as like, I know, but you don't believe it. You don't believe that it's real. Um, until it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm kind of sad. That's cool. Everything's cool. You start understanding like everything's like now. It just clicks when like it clicks. In the moment you're like, what? No way. I mean, I knew this what was happening. I knew it was happening this way. I knew what it was. I didn't know. And then like you start laughing and you know, man. Like I even knew. I knew yesterday what the day would entail. No, I guess I did. I honestly I did. Um, I just didn't think about it. Like I said, I knew the day before I was preparing for what I needed to deal with tomorrow. And yesterday, my preparation was definitely better than my delivery today. However, man, this was the first time that I like was aware of it. Like I was watching it play out in action and really like going kind of laughing to myself in my head of like, dang, this is real, bro. Like you ain't playing, and you have proof of it. Because before, my whole life, like I just I knew, but then it wasn't written down, or it wasn't there was no record, and so with my avoidance nature, then it wasn't real, and then it caused me to guess or to second guess it, and then it's just like nah, it can't be real, whatever. Next, but today, um, man, today was different because I knew, and I have record and proof. And at no point in time should it have went this way today. Like I never forecasted this. I didn't. I truly didn't. Um, I truly didn't. That's fire. Because it's not this whole week. I just do me. I talking to this phone. Somehow the other day I figured out how to create YouTube post in a matter of minutes. I was like, how do you post videos to YouTube? Found some software. Have to do some weird janky way to get it off my phone onto my computer, um, and then convert it to the video, and then walk away, and it will upload itself. It's weird. And I figured that out in a matter of like minutes, and I didn't even know what the heck was going on, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I don't even know how it worked. I just did it. Like, it makes zero sense. Like, there's no way it shouldn't have took me a long, it should have took me forever to figure out how to do it. But it literally, boom, 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 like that. It makes zero sense. I'm so weird. Like, when my mind gets made up, it's done. Like, you can't stop me. I can't stop me. I guess it's a good trait and a bad trait too. Um, I mean, the only one who can stop me is the controller of chaos, and he's the one who's guiding me right now. Cause it ain't me. Ain't none of this me. It's funny because man, you don't understand how self-centered you are. You really don't. Everything that you do, well, at least everything I do is for myself. Everything. It's embarrassing. And I thought I was doing everything for everybody else. No, man. You just lied to yourself. I possibly could have been the greatest liar of all time. Because I tricked me. I tricked me. Not really. I mean, like I said, that's the way my brain works. It's always stacked Jenga. Every decision that I make, there's all these things, intentions inside of it. It's stacked block of Jenga. Like, there's just every single block is something different, and it's for a reason. And I hope all of them are good. Some of them are for me, some of them for others. And then that's the action. And yeah, maybe a lot of them are for other people, but the most important ones are for me. I think, like, for my protection, or make me feel good, or to make me feel worth, or this or that. Um, and I didn't even know it. Extremely embarrassing. I would say I'm ashamed of it, but honestly, like, I don't know what to think about it right now. I can't really be ashamed of it because I did it, and I've been doing it for so long. And honestly, I guess the outcomes are good for the most part. My intentions are good. I physically never. I mean, there's been a couple times, I guess, in my life when I intentionally would say something in the heat of the moment that I knew would get under somebody's skin. Probably the majority of those um, would have been me against my mother. Um, and I can't really apologize for those. I can, I guess I'm sorry, whatever, but it's too late. I mean, and I guess I can apologize to anyone else that ever got that end of the stick, because I know I'm pretty good at it. And I guess if I can throw a spark in there of love and hope, then I know I'm capable of throwing a spark of doubt or anger or hate. So I'm sorry for anyone if anyone gets to listen to this or doesn't listen to this or whatever, if you felt that I've ever done that, I'm sorry. I have ideals in my head. I can kind of maybe see a couple times when in the heat of the moment. I wish I mean, I don't. I'm not. I can't say I wish. It happened, so I'm sorry. The repercussions are already done. I'm not gonna waste energy on pretending it didn't happen. That's not the right way to look at it. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. But now I know now. Um, I don't know. And even like, man, I don't know. Like, if everything I do is for myself first, and I keep talking about it has to be for myself. So I guess it's fine now. Um, I just need to make sure not hurt people. Um, I hope people understand. Like, today was weird though. Usually I don't get. Lately I haven't been getting emotional. Um, with people. I've been able to separate it. But today's mirror was different. Today's mirror was a lot different. It was a closer mirror than the usual mirrors. Like I understood this mirror more than I understood all the other mirrors. And it's out of my hands now, so I just hope, the controller, the controller of chaos takes care of it for me. He does what needs to be done, and he will. I did my part, the best that I could, because this was the hard day. This was a weird one. This one, uh, my brokenness took control today. Um, that and my awareness sparked it and opened my eyes, and I was like, oh crap, I'm in the moment. What do I do? What do I do? Now I get it. Now I get it. So much bigger than me. It makes zero sense, but it makes all the sense at the same time. But no one would know it but me. No one's seen what I've seen. No one's walked what I've walked. And it's not good or bad or better or worse. I'm not saying that's not what I'm just saying my story is my story. My day to day is my day to day. My time is my time. My memories are my memories. My walk is my walk. So if I come into your life for minutes a day, you don't see the rest of it. You know? You don't see any of it. You don't see what's prepared me to even come to talk to you today or to meet you today. Like I got blessed by meeting you today. And it makes zero sense. It makes all the sense. It's just crazy. It's out of my control. Now I'm looking back now and it's like, man, like when did it even start? Like when did these events start? to get me to where I am right now. And then they continue. Meaning that if one of those events didn't happen, then all of this would have been different. Is that predestination? I don't know. Because that's weird. That would have took a lot of planning. To plan somebody's lifetime and then plan everybody's lifetime at the same time. So that all the plans came together? That's crazy. And then all of it is perfect the way it's supposed to be? That's crazy. Like, what kind of power is that? We have a hard time figuring out what we're going to eat today. Or planning for a trip a month from now. Or planning what we're going to do 6 hours from now. And you're telling me that it seems like to me that someone planned all of it and lined it all up. And it's happened the way it's supposed to happen. That's fire. And that's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like I can picture I don't even know. I can picture a room. And it's closed in. Like you can't, and it's a big round desk all around you. 360. And there's just monitors everywhere. Like infinite amount of computer monitors, and the keyboard is a full 360 circle all the way around you for some weird reason. Or whatever it is that you use to put the information on the screens. And then you got like a swivel chair, like and then you're creating one big story that's like all connected. Like that would take for eternity. Like that's crazy. And then if it was more than one person doing it, or more than one, like what if it was just a room full of those, but you would all have to collaborate together to make every story line up. Like that's crazy. Like I don't think that would be an impossible task. But yet it works out that way. In the grand scheme of things, like that's fire. Like, there's no reason I should be here. And then even on the smaller like timeline, like there's no reason I should be where I'm at now, doing the things that I'm doing. Acting the way that I'm acting. Going to places that I'm going. And it's not bad or good, like I'm not but that's what it seems like to me. It's like I can't explain this. Again, it's so weird because it's one action push me to this action, that pushed me to this action, and months later, I'm here. But then, and then you jump all the way back, and then like you're saying, well, one action back when you was a child is determining the actions now. Makes zero sense. But all the sense at the same time. And that the action that happened, 35 years ago was ultimately the main determining factor for the action that I'm doing right now, talking on this phone. Like I would try to write this one down, and work through it. There's no point in it. Um, it's an impossible equation. And it's already laid out in front of me. And like even if I was to sit down and catalog every bit of every time that I can remember and every action that caused this to here, like that, it doesn't even matter. Like it would still make zero sense, other than the fact that it happened, and there was no other way. That's crazy. It's so crazy. It's cool. I don't know, man. Um, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna. Just because in the moment I couldn't explain myself. And now, I think this is a good avenue because this one's gonna be short to describe what I did, what in depth, whatever. So the painting I had, I gave one away just now. And like I said, I've had over the last whatever since the journey started, unicorns, man, unicorns, 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 everywhere, all places, unicorns. And like I said, I remember going like through time growing up, like unicorns popped up, like and like I said the other day, I was talking about unicorns and like how they're freaking monsters, like they're the beast, they were the strongest animals, most agile animals that ever existed, supposedly. And supposedly they don't exist now. I don't know. I heard something a while ago that there's an island with a bunch of protected species on it. I don't know. Who knows? And maybe a unicorn is one of them. Um, but like I said, I painted the painting. I don't remember what song I was listening to. I painted it. The background was like fire colors, like my favorite colors, all my favorite colors. And like I said, when those were the colors that, I wasn't allowed to use. Like those, as a boy growing up, like you can't, you can't use like the bright colors, the pinks, the purples. You can't. You get made fun of. You're a sissy. And so like I didn't like that stuff. But then when I brought up little Hoss with me, and I was like, I abandoned him. I abandoned that little kid, and now I'm gonna choose to let him come up and rule with me, be the king of my world with me, and help make decisions. Because as an adult, I've made these decisions, and a lot of them have been always not turned out well. They turned out perfect, but they for what I needed, but the results were whatever. Um, Whatever. I mean, I had to be that way in order to change, but and to have enough knowledge so I can know both, good and bad, and decide. So I brought him up, and I accredit that to my emotional brain, and I also accredit that to feminine traits. And I think through this whole process, I kind of understood that the human beings have innate um, feminine traits and male traits. And I know this to be true because I watched my mother, where she had to be both, and she neglected the nurture and nature part because she had to be both. So she had to be the breadwinner and provider and protector like that, and so she didn't have time to do both. And so I see this in women now, where they're more masculine traits. It's not good or bad. It's what they had to be to survive because they don't have the other counterpart that can help them. And it's not it's not good or bad, because there's men that are, more feminine, and I'm definitely way more nurturing and feminine now than I've ever been. But I credit that to bringing my emotions back and little Hoss to come up. And so when that happened, like, dude, I was like, dude, these colors are the most beautiful things in the world. The pinks and the purples and the yellows and all those rainbow colors. But because before, like, I used to run around and I thought it was either black or white was my favorite color. It just kind of depended on the day. Like, everything about me, like, I have a pair of black sunglasses and I have a pair of white sunglasses. Like, everything about me is like the extremes. Everything. It's so funny. I got a pair of black Beats. I got a pair of white Beats. I got a pair, this and that. Like, I started to look at my life, and it's always that, everything. Except maybe my green shirt. But, man, I always have opposites. Like, I love it. Because it gives me that, it lets me, in a weird, unconscious way, blend it all. And that's where I need to be. And it kind of helps me understand, like, wait a minute, like, it's both. Because I'm both. I'm both feminine and masculine, and it's okay. And your parents who told you that you can't do that, it makes you weak if you cry, they were broken too. Because their parents told them the same and didn't teach them. They weren't there to be emotionally there for them and teach them how to use their emotions. And I still don't know how to use mine. I'm trying. And like I said, you're your best teacher, so I know at some point, like, I'm going to figure it out, and, God's going to help me, and He is helping me, and that's kind of why, like, I'm looking for a partner for what I'm looking for. Like, it's hard for me to explain, because I kind of want to learn this with somebody else too, like, for the first time. Like, really dive into it, and we can grow together. Like, I'm learning about these. And then we don't, like, whatever. And then we know we're going to mess up, but we know we're going to get stronger together, and we're going to learn these things together. We're going to learn emotions together, and we're going to learn what we like and what we don't like, and communicate with each other and grow. Whoever, whenever. It gets to my point, whatever. The painting was fire. Like, I painted it. It was just beautiful colors on the canvas. Honestly, my favorite painting of all time. And I was looking at it, and I was like, it needs something. What does it need? What does it need? What does it need? The colors remind me of a unicorn. And I was like, I'm not going to put a white unicorn on there. Like, I don't want I can't. I've tried to paint. I don't know how to shade. I don't know how to, like, I don't know. I've never done it. In my brain is empty when I even think about it. I'm not, for some reason, something told me back to watch videos on it. And I'm still stuck. Like, I don't want to be perfect. I know if I try and take on something like that, then it's going to bug me to death, because I'm just going to spend 100 hours on it, and I'm still never going to be happy. But whatever. So I typed in unicorn, and I started looking for unicorn pictures, and I found one that looked fire, like, cool. And it's actually the video before this one. That's gonna be the picture. Dude, that's crazy, bro. That's the picture. That's the one. And that was my favorite, because it kind of represented me, man. And it represented me bringing up that little Hoss, that little kid that I abandoned. The one that got hurt so bad. The one that got destroyed. The one that had to create worlds to survive. And then, boom, then that painting took me a couple days. Longer than any of my paintings. Any of them. And it was so frustrating doing it. And once I started it, I was like, man, this sucks. The process that I just chose to do for this unicorn sucks. I said, but I gotta finish it. because this is what I want. This is me. I gotta finish it. And it took a long time. It took way too long. Way too long. Like, I mean, most of my paintings are done in 3 minutes, man. Like, literally. Um, I mean, it takes me a little bit longer because I'm sitting there, like, thinking about stuff or feeling it. But yeah, this one was fire. Like, and yeah, so when I looked up unicorn, and you know, it's like unique, one of a kind. You know, not none of this new. I don't know what they call unicorns now, like whatever. But that's not what I'm talking about, man. This is like the greatest animal of all time, the strongest animal of all time, the most agile animal of all time. The greatest animal at hiding of all time. It's so good at hiding that like it's a legend, it's a myth. But the strength is there if you find it. And the beauty is there if you find it. And I credit that to me. Like it reflected me because it came out of me. It was my creation. And I didn't want to give that one away. I was going to keep it forever. But I have that still picture in my photo. I got it saved on whatever. It's going to be there forever. I'm going to know about it forever. I put the time in it. My body knows about it. I made it. I created it. Still. I'm cool now. It's like my old life. The only difference is now I got some records of it. Because it was not just for me now. All the other stuff I did for me. Technically, I guess, whatever. And I kept those pictures in my own head. Like I didn't share. But whatever. That painting means a lot to me. Probably the most important painting I've painted. Ever. Because all my worth is there. All my worth was always there. It was a myth. I knew I had it. I knew I had the strength. I knew I had the power. But it was a myth. It was a legend. Then I saw it. And I found it. And I brought it out. Now I can right some wrongs and continue this foot forward to be my best self. And to make sure that I know that everything I do and ultimately is not for me. It's for me in the moment and in the time that I have left now. But it's for the future, it's for the kids. I need to break as many cycles as I can so we can keep them as innocent as possible. So they can create the future. So they can fix our problems. But we have to show them how. To the best of our ability. We got to give them a head start. We got to lead the way. We got to protect them. Keep them safe. Keep them fed so they can grow. And flourish. And have room to do those things. and time. So they can right the wrongs that we created. So stupid, man. We so dumb. But whatever. That painting was everything. That for me. It's cool, man. You got the emotions in it. You got, and then the unicorn is tough. Like the unicorn's black, man. But you can, you know. But he's everything. He's both. He's sleek. He's strong. But in the unicorn picture, like you can see through it. You can see all those beautiful colors. Because he's both. He's both a monster. He's tough. He's one of a kind. And he's seen it all. And yet he's still standing tall and strong. But inside, he's beautiful. He's got passion and love. He knows what to do and he's smart. And that's in him. It doesn't matter his circumstances or where he's came from. That's in him. It's always been in him. That's fire. Mm. I don't know, man. It got me emotional. I'm still emotional. Mm. Hopefully that painting's just one spark. I see you, bruh. Life is tough, but you're tougher. Life is tough, but we are tougher. Because we're still here. We could have checked out a long time ago. We could have took the easy way. But we didn't. Because we're warriors. No matter what people say, they don't know. They're not in there. They didn't go through it. We can pretend to know what each other's gone through, but we don't. We didn't have no place to judge another. Dude, people are beautiful, man. People are beautiful. You get past that armor. You get past that shield. People are beautiful. You got a crack in that armor, you can shine. One little, you know, beam of light can change a lot of things, bro. It can light up a lot of things. It can lead the way. It can inspire. It can light up a sentence or a word that changes everything. It can light up a keyhole, and you have a key. You never knew what that key was for. But one little light shining through could show you a keyhole in a huge room that, you couldn't see anything. These ducks are crazy out here, though. It's funny, just out of nowhere, they start going crazy, get mad. Or the geese, especially. The geese are ornery. They're crazy. It's funny watching them because they don't care about nothing. Eat, sleep, protect their babies. There was some geese over there that had like a bunch of eggs the other day. And like I got pretty close, and like I like to see how I affect them. And so one of them, like honestly, every time I get close to any geese, like they get uncontrollable. Like they start freaking out. I don't get too close. I walk real slow, but I will I'll eyeball the piss out of them, and I'll just stare, trying to show dominance. I don't know why I play that game with animals. I like to do it. It's weird. I like to see what triggers them. Um, some of them are so strong. Maybe it's just I'm weak, and I think I'm stronger than I am. Who knows? But it's fun. But But yeah, but they start flipping out. It's funny, and I don't know where I'm going with it, but that's what they're made to do, and that's what humans are made to do: protect what they love and what they created, eat, you know, procreate, and have fun, be happy. Ultimately, and it's so weird that we're just so I don't know. We just made it so complicated. We made it so complicated. We're putting all these other factors in there and it throws everything off. I guess it has to be that way right now. I think it could be simple though, or simpler. We don't have to worry about debt collectors, or we don't have to worry about going to college because that's what they programmed us to do, and then being in debt the rest of our lives, and so we have to go to work, and then we have to go to 9 to 5, and we have it takes us forever to pay off our debts, and we got to pay taxes, and which I don't understand. I'll have to look into taxes later. First of all, it's whatever. There's societies that's done it without it, and we can do it without it. We just have to cut back on some convenient stuff or whatever, or come together and figure it out. Plus, they need to be transparent. It'd be different if they were completely, fully transparent with where our money went. And if I don't understand like why politicians like you like how like you become the president of the United States, you make $450,000 a year, and then you know you're not the president anymore, and you go buy a $20 million house. Duh, come on, bro. That doesn't add up, son. That doesn't add up, son. And then now you got 50, $500 million. That doesn't add up, son. You can't have nothing out. You can't have something out of nothing. That's not how growth works. If it does, like tell the people how to do it. We all can flourish together. If that's how it works. How can you make $150,000 a year being a senator or whatever, and then now you're whatever. We're gonna put you on Forbes or whatever the crap is. Richest 500 men in the world. Like, no, that's not how it works, bro. Evidently, you used your power for something, and your influence for something, and a little shady there, bro. But who am I to judge? But I'm also not making decisions for the rest of the world either. And not and you need to be transparent about it. We don't even know. And then from what you do tell us on TV, like how can we trust that anyways? Like you're not even it's a story, it's a game. You know? You give everyone $1,200 relief, and then you're giving billions of dollars. Well, we're getting like I don't know what it was, maybe less than 20% of the money was staying in America from a relief bill. And I'm not saying we shouldn't help other countries, but that number should be 70% relief of America, and then 30% other countries. Help yourself first. Evidently, that's what they're doing. They're helping themselves first and giving 80% to other countries or so-called, they're helping themselves first. I'm not going to say that they're, sending that money through charities and that their grandparents owed. I'm not going to say that they're, laundering money back to themselves. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to imply it. Because they know that we know they're doing it. That's your money. It's your time. Ultimately, it's your time. It's stealing your time. The time you can have with your family. The time you could use to do other stuff. The time you could use to create happiness. The time you could waste. It's yours to waste. It's not good or bad, but it's yours to waste. But when you're giving it away and someone else is doing who knows what with it, that sucks. How we get that time back? You know? I don't know. This one was short. It's gonna be short. I'll make one later. I gotta pour out a Gatorade bottle again, so I don't know. Mostly I just want to talk about that painting. That painting was important to me. It's always gonna be important to me. But it wasn't for me. It never was. None of my paintings are for me. I just hope that people understand like what they really are, and I think they will in time. And I leave that in somebody else's hands, in the creator's hands, and hopefully they'll keep those paintings and they'll understand that they're only a mirror. I'm literally creating mirrors. Every painting that I make is a mirror. And it points out the things that you can't see in that mirror. And I just realized that. And it's 11:11. I'll see y'all. Peace.